The city of Norwich has many old thoroughfares. Some have been shortened and some have been lengthened, and others have changed their name, but some have disappeared completely. This video is dedicated to those routes which have disappeared from the map. Let's begin with Bell Avenue, which once ran to the south of the castle. This photo shows the Bell pub with Bell Avenue in the foreground and is compared here to the present day equivalent view with the castle quarter now on the left. Looking back from beside the Bell towards Bell Avenue looked like this. This area was known for a pet shop, a King Beefy van and the place to catch coaches. Bol Lane was named after the Bull pub and ran to the right of the pub in this photo, from the southern end of St Stephen Street to All Saints Green. The pub was closed in 1948 with St Stephen Street subsequently widened. Bull Lane has been repurposed as pavement. Chapel Street ran from Union Street. If you don't know where that is, Chapelfield Road is shown in yellow. These are numbers 7 to 15 Chapel Street as seen in 1938. Can you see that sign fixed below the window? This is what it says. These houses were in a deplorable condition before being taken over for reconditioning by Dodgers, and it shows what can be done to old property in Norwich. Chapel Street is now pedestrianised as Chapel Walk. The chapel in question was the Episcopal Chapel Union Place. It was behind the pillar box that you can see, and it closed in 1873. Rising Sun Lane ran across what is now the site of Prospect House, from Golden Bol Street to what is now Rouen Road. Number 1 was on the corner of Rising Sun Lane with Golden Bol Street, and on the opposite corner was the Golden Bol pub. The street was lost in the late 1960s when Prospect House was built, the current view of the former junction looking like this. The Anchor pub was at the far end of Rising Sun Lane, running to the left behind the building, as can be seen in this map. Rising Sun Lane ran past the Anchor pub into Scholes Green, a small dilapidated plain of housing, of which this was number 7 Scholes Green, which would have been located where the walk-in centre is in 2024. Not far away was Bartholomew Street, which ran between Thorn Lane and Horns Lane. This view taken from the slightly elevated position of Horns Lane, looking along Bartholomew Street with the castle in the background. The equivalent view today is like this, with the castle no longer visible, but the crane, which has been working on the castle for years, just about visible and helpfully indicating its position. Nearby are the remains of St Bartholomew's Church, gradually destroyed from the dissolution of 1549 until enemy action in 1942. Rampant Horse Back Street ran from Red Lion Street into Little Orford Street, now Orford Place. Looking from Red Lion Street, Rampant Horse Back Street was on the left, the present day equivalent through the former Debenhams building. Go a little way into the street as if you were heading towards the watch repairer that used to be in Debenhams in more recent times, and this was the view, St Peter Mancroft Church visible in the background. Ladies Lane ran from Theatre Street to Bethel Street, this being the entrance from Theatre Street. On Ladies Lane we would have seen St Peter's Methodist Chapel, the Medical Institute, Jasmine House, and looking from the far end, the Theatre Tavern. This is a general view of Ladies Lane looking towards City Hall. When the new library was built, Ladies Lane would be renamed Esperanto Way, running in front of the library. When the library was destroyed by fire, the site of Ladies Lane or Esperanto Way would be lost under its replacement, the Forum. The actor Richard Hearn, who played Mr Pastry, was born in Ladies Lane. Synagogue Street ran from Mountergate to St Anne's Lane. The synagogue from which it took its name was built in 1849 but was destroyed by enemy action in 1942. The entrance to Synagogue Street was where the St Anne's development is now located. Housing on Synagogue Street looked like this. these being numbers 15 to 25. Bol Street ran from Magdalen Street to St Augustine Street. The street to the left was its entrance from an area known as Stump Cross, the 2024 equivalent looking like this. Travelling down the left-hand side from Magdalen Street, these would have been the sites of the 1930s. This was Chamberlain's clothing factory. Arms electrical engineer. This was a draper's. And towards the end, Shuttle's public house. Returning on the other side would look like this, including the Odeon Cinema and Sega's shoe factory. Thank you for watching this video about some of Norwich's lost streets.